Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast, where we fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Creder. I'm here with my co-host, Mattson Heiner.
Better red than dead.
Javier Ortiz.
What is up, my nerds?
And Ian Anderson.
Some shit.
We appreciate your help growing the podcast. Go ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, hit that bell notification just so you get notified when we put out new episodes every week. Also, go check out our website, whatsourverdict.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter. You can also get exclusive content and updates through there and pick up some sweet, sweet merch. The question we always ask is if you ever find yourself wondering if you should spend the time, money, or both on a movie. To help with that question, each week we put a movie on trial, discuss the facts, pass judgment, and let you know our verdict. This is our spoiler-free review, and we're going to rate this movie on a 3-tiered scale. Worth it, meaning you should watch this movie as soon as possible. Stream it, meaning you should wait until you can watch it for free. And finally, not impressed, meaning you shouldn't watch it at all. Our deep dive reviews are available every Monday where fine podcasts are found. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Ghana, just to name a few. Today we're reviewing Jungle Cruise. It was released July 30th, 2021. It was written by Michael Green and Glenn Ficarra. It was directed by Jaime Khaled-Serra. It stars Emily Blunt, Dwayne Johnson, Jack Whitehall, Edgar Ramirez, Jesse Plemons, and Paul Giamatti. Based on Disneyland's theme park ride where a small riverboat takes a group of travelers through a jungle filled with dangerous animals and reptiles, but with a supernatural element. So, let's spoiler-free talk about this.
So first of all, Paul Giamatti will never do anything better than Big Fat Liar. He peaked early 2000s.
Oh, God. That's not entirely true. He was really good in Cinderella Man. He was really good in... He's in a good...
I like him in John Adams.
I haven't seen John Adams, actually.
John Adams.
He was on a TV show on Stars, I think, or Showtime, called Billions. And he's really good in that.
All pale in comparison to his role as the Little Blue Man.
Good Lord.
Hard to outshine that, you know?
Fair enough. He was in a little-known movie about wine that I can't remember the name of. Sideways.
About wine.
Kind of. It's about these two guys. One guy's getting married, and this guy's like his best man. And they're both really weird. And they go on a wine trip to California, like wine country in California. They get up to all sorts of hijinks and stupid shit. It's actually a really dark movie and heavy movie, but it's one of those darkly funny movies. So it's my kind of movie. Like, just the humor's really dark and unsettling.
That sounds on brand.
Yeah, it's me. So anyway, the movie we're here to review
today, we're not excited for this movie.
Paul Giamatti's
We've
in
just
it.
spent a minute and a half talking about something else.
I mean, technically he's in the movie, so it counts. So since you got us off track there, Javier, get us back on track by giving your spoiler-free review of Jungle Cruise.
This is a terrible movie. It is a shitty version of Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, it is terrible. It's terrible storyline. Even the parts that are supposed to be endearing, like the lame Jungle Cruise jokes, are like just lame. They're not like endearingly lame. They're just lame.
Backside of water.
The CGI is terrible. Like, it is so bad. And then there are just so many like inconsistencies, like why a 400-year-old Spaniard doesn't speak Spanish. You just get that throughout the whole movie.
Spoiler free, man. Spoiler free. Just like right into it.
That's fair.
Sorry. Let me rewind that. Just TiVo that back.
Yeah.
Why Spaniards don't speak Spanish. And why this movie is in Brazil and nobody speaks Portuguese. So anyway, terrible movie. Not impressed. Like, I don't think this is worth watching. This is Emily Blunt and The Rock should be a little bit embarrassed that they're in this movie. Anyway.
Oh shit.
Anyone else have different opinions? I can't imagine how, but I'm open to hearing some.
All right, Mattson.
I can't say mine's really different, but I guess I liked it a little more than Javier, and I will say I again watched it with some of my nieces and nephews and some other individuals that like to laugh a little bit more. So maybe it helped me have a slight more enjoyment. But I think Javier said it best. I'm not putting that against you, but
if there was something to laugh at, I would have laughed at it.
But yeah, to me, this is the definite, as kind of Javier already alluded to, a poor man's Pirates. They wanted the look and feel to be Pirates all the way through. And I think when you base a movie off of a ride in a theme park, yeah, you have a lot of liberty that you can take in the story, but that also means you have a lot of places to mess up. And I just feel like there was a lot of that.
Every single one of them.
They did, and they really tried to rely upon The Rock and Emily Blunt to carry this, especially The Rock. And while he does that in some movies, this also wasn't Jumanji 3.0, where I think they tried to take some of that, in my opinion, as well, and it just didn't work. So I think they tried to blend some movies people have generally liked into this movie, and it didn't really have a clear direction. So for me, a very low stream it. If you want something that's going to entertain your kids or something you can watch for a movie night that all groups are going to somewhat enjoy, if not just your kids enjoy, go for it. But again, very low rung, stream it.
Ian.
Yeah, I picked up on the Pirates thing as well. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought that. I, however, love a good dad joke and I love puns. So that right there, was probably the highlight of the movie for me. That being said, there wasn't much a place to go other than that. It was, I think Disney has it backwards. You should make a really good movie and then make the ride, not make a ride and then attempt to make a good movie.
They're just out of ideas. Like they're just so used to ripping other people off. Now they're like, I guess we'll just rip ourselves off.
And they did. They did exactly that. They took pirates and put it in the jungle and called it a day. So I'm really between not impressed and stream it, but I'm going to say because I've been so critical, I feel like I've been really critical of movies lately. I'm trying to not do that. So
we gave Protege a 2 on this one last week. That was generous. Come to the not impressed side.
That was very generous last week.
Yeah. I feel like this
I'm not trying to
is one that you can stream and watch, though. Yeah, it's a good Disney movie to put on for kids. Like it's got that going for it. I can watch it with my niece or sister. So
better than She Dies Tomorrow. Let me tell you that.
I mean, you can stream it if you have no self-respect or respect for your time or anyone's time. I can get behind that.
No, Javier, I really like dad jokes. I don't think you understand. Like I really like dad jokes.
All of these jokes were from the ride. They didn't even really come up with any new ones.
I've never been on the ride, so it was the first time I
didn't know that.
Oh, the whole backside of the water bit, that's from the ride.
Yeah. Never been to Disneyland.
Oh, I forgot because that wasn't a very memorable ride for me. So
I actually really do love that ride. I enjoy that ride a lot more than I enjoy this movie.
So is that a stream it, Ian?
Yeah, it was a stream it.
Okay. Oh boy, that leaves this on me. Look, I don't know if I had rose-colored glasses on the other night when I watched this or not.
Jesus.
This was not a great movie.
By any definition.
Well, no, but it was better than fucking whatever the garbage was we reviewed last week. Man, at least I understood the story this week with Jungle Cruise. The story was so botched and shitty with the last week's, and maybe that's what it is that the Protege was so bad to me that this one was actually decent. I had some fun during this movie. I'm with Ian. I enjoyed the dad jokes. I actually giggled. They were a little bad at first, and then the more he went on, the more I started to laugh. And yeah, I had a good time with it. Am I going to sit down and watch this movie again? I'll tell you in the deep dive. But I've seen far worse. Definitely not bad enough to say not impressed. But I will say it is a stream it. And for kids, I think for kids it would be really entertaining. I got done with it. I was like, it was kind of cute. Like the ending irritated me a lot, but that's okay.
Yeah. Good movie for underdeveloped minds.
Sure. I fit right in.
Hey, people can make a lot of money doing that.
Exactly.
I don't think
Am I
we can
developed?
I don't think we could say a movie's decent because it makes money and it wasn't as bad as other movies we've seen.
But we've done that like 6 times now.
I know, and I have the same criticism every time we do it.
But you've done it.
No, I mean, sure.
Yeah. To say, well,
I just think you guys wanted to like this movie. That's
I
Doing
really-
does doing this
I-
movie podcast make us like or dislike movies more? I feel like the more I do this, I become more critical of not liking movies as much. I don't know.
I like movies a lot less now that we do this podcast. Like, I'm far more critical of movies than I ever have been, for sure.
Yeah, remember when
time
we
I
watched
review
movies
something-
for fun?
Yeah, when we watch it for fun, every time I review something, all my family's like, "Are you gonna give a movie a good rating?" Like, I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Yeah. But yeah, like I've seen worse. I think it wasn't a great movie. Would I spend money on it again? Oh hell no. Just wait till this thing hits Disney Plus for free. Watch it with your kids or someone with an underdeveloped mind like mine, I guess. Because at the end, like I thought, it was it was a cute movie. It was obviously forced. It was obviously a cheap ripoff of movies that they've made before, and they're trying to cash in on the same thing that worked with Pirates of the Caribbean. It didn't work with this movie that way. But if you want to sit down for some mindless fun, there are worse things you could pick. So I give it a stream it, but don't pay for it. Don't even remotely pay for it. So yeah, there it is. Join us for our deep dive. Should be entertaining at the very least. Mattson, tell them where else they can find us.
Yeah. So first and foremost, whatsourverdict.com. Definitely check that out here soon as we bring out our new slate of movie reviews for the month of September. Come chime in with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, along with check us out here on YouTube for our spoiler freeze with all these new movies coming out. So check us out.
Yeah,
And
there it is.
listen to us on Spotify, Ghana, and Stitcher, among others, Apple Podcasts, wherever good podcasts can be found for our developed and underdeveloped minds.
Exactly.
For all the
Love
poor
it.
people too, the common folk. You guys are also welcome.
Common folk. Yes.
2 episodes ago to get that joke. It was a good one. All right.
Yep.
So with that, we appreciate.
Did I say
you tuning
that?
in,
I
as
feel
always.
like that came from me.
The common people did, and then Javier
Elaborated
that,
on it.
translated that to poor
Translated
people.
for it.
So,
We all know what Mattson meant.
see, and I interpreted it as what you said earlier, just a nicer way, that it was those of us with maybe lesser cognitive function. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye-bye now.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!